Sunday here on 5 Live. Now, is it okay to be drunk in a canoe? New legislation in Canada could see drinking on so-called muscle-powered vessels legalized, while specifically outlawing alcohol on a hovercraft. Operating any vessel while drunk is currently illegal in Canada. And if caught drinking and paddling, offenders could lose their driving licenses or face fines. Graham Ketcheson is the executive director of Paddle Canada.
Good evening. How are you tonight?
Very well, thanks very much. And I suppose as a representative of Paddle Canada, you're not enamored with the law being updated in this way?
Not so much. Why go backwards when we just go forwards? We're adding drugs with new marijuana legislation coming down with the federal government next year. So they're amending the criminal code, and in the process, they've taken out paddling vessels, so canoeing and kayaking, any impairment. Like currently, if you're impaired in a canoe or kayak, you could face fines or criminal charges even. So why take it away instead, and law and marine enforcement on the water, why take that away?
Well, somewhat disingenuous, though, to bring in the legalization of marijuana, given that it would still be breaking the law to smoke marijuana and paddle or to drive. Do you know what I mean? That is still an offence,
Correct.
isn't it? Yeah. So it's slightly a different matter here. Why would they focus on paddling, though? Are people who are drunk a danger to either themselves or to other people when they're paddling?
They can be. Often they'll just fall in the drink at the dock or close by and endanger themselves more than anybody else. But they do, share the waterways with other motorized vessels and sailing vessels. So operating a boat out with others can certainly impact safety of others in the water. There was an unfortunate case that's going into the courts where a drunk father fell out of his canoe, and unfortunately there was a child in the canoe and got swept over the falls and died this year.
I mean,
so that one is going to court, and so
but I'm sure
it's not often that it does go that way, but sometimes it does.
And I'm sure this legislation isn't just a knee-jerk reaction to that one. But why would you have a problem with the government trying to make the waterways safe, not least for those who are using it?
Well, we just see the vessels. There's a lot of work that's being done, both around the world and in Canada, around drinking and driving and operating vessels and boats. I sit on an advisory council of Transport Canada and other boating partners, and we're campaigning all the time against drinking and boating. So wearing your life jacket, not drinking and boating, these are the messages we're trying to get across. So then not having that in the legislation anymore, defeats the purpose of our mandates and messages as an organization and as a boating community, just to try to get people having a good time, get out, have fun, but be safe. Wear your life jacket. Don't drink. Drink when you're on the pier afterwards.
Good advice, Graham. Thank you, Graham Ketcheson, there, the executive director of Paddle Canada. After the news and sport, I'll be speaking you hear my interview.